Thinking about buying a franchise? Then the How to Buy a Franchise show is just for you. Here's your host, Dr. John Hayes.
Hi, it's John Hayes, host of How to Buy a Franchise show, and I blog at howtobuyafranchise.com. Welcome. I'm going to interview the Vice President of Franchise Development for CruiseOne Dream Vacations, Tim Courtney. Very
How are
good.
you?
Very good, Tim. Thank you. Thank you for coming in to visit with me. So, CruiseOne has been around forever. I think for as long as I've been in franchising, which is almost 40 years.
Yeah, well, 22 years.
Okay, so a big chunk of that. But now it's known as CruiseOne Dream Vacations.
Correct.
So how'd that happen? What's that about?
Well, I think a lot of our franchisees were concerned that they were losing that non-cruise vacation business. A lot of the concern was when clients would come back to them for resort vacations, that they just didn't think that they sold resort vacations or all-inclusive resorts or tours and whatever. So they challenged us to come up with a name, and if you look at the CruiseOne logo, it says CruiseOne Dream Vacations Start Here. It was literally right in front of us,
Right.
So we just took the tagline and made that a new brand.
And when did that happen?
It happened early April of last year.
Okay. How many franchisees, CruiseOne Dream Vacations? How many?
So the total network size, 1,100 is the total size of our network. 70% of those have gone now to Dream Vacations.
And how many states, how many countries?
We're in all. We are in every state. We also have a master franchisee in Mexico, and we're currently looking someone for Canada. So if anybody out there looking to be a master in Canada.
Yeah. Well, cruising is still very, very popular. It has been for a long, long time. But let's talk about the economics. At one time, I remember, if you were a CruiseOne franchisee, you could work out of your home.
Correct.
With a computer. Can you still do that?
Absolutely. I mean, we are primarily, out of 1,100 franchisees, about 90% of them are still home-based. These are, husband and wife teams or, smaller teams that are just looking to do incremental business. Majority of them operate these businesses out of their homes. Some of them have grown their businesses exceptionally, and they've moved into storefront locations or even executive office suites.
So the cost to buy one?
$9,800 initial fee. It's a 5-year contract, no renewal fees. It's pretty affordable.
Yes. And how much training do I get for essentially a $10,000 investment? I could put it on my credit card.
Exactly.
And I need a computer in addition to the $10,000.
Yeah, so we want you to at least have a dedicated computer to the business, dedicated phone lines. We provide you, all of our franchisees, with websites, so you can actually kind of create your own vanity URL or domain name that can act as your CruiseOne website. And that's it, really. Operate it from your home and get marketing funds to market the business.
You train me at headquarters, or do you train me? Okay, and how long is that take?
Yeah, so it's a 6-day training class at our Fort Lauderdale headquarters. Very in-depth. It's pretty much all day, 8 to 6. Very, very tough schedule. And then at the end of that, the best part is we get to go tour some of the best cruise ships right in our backyard in Fort Lauderdale. We'll have lunch on board and get to see some of the product they're actually going to sell.
6 days of training is included in the $9,800 fee?
Yes, it is. Yep.
And did you say it's a 5-year contract?
5-year contract, no renewal term.
So if you want to renew, you renew as long as you want to renew me.
On the current franchise agreement. Yep.
How often do franchisees not renew?
We have a very low failure rate as far as our non-renewals. I would say less than 2% non-renew. I think overall, if you look at the terminations across our entire network, we're under 7% failure rate on an annual basis. Given the size of a network, over 1,000. I mean, I've seen units, that have the number. Concepts with the number of units that we have, at least over 10 to 13%.
Sure.
So we try and keep that down around 7%.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and do you have an item 19 in
Yes,
your
we
FED?
do.
So what kind of money am I going to make?
So, we certainly provide a good overlay of our network. We list the top 1% all the way down to the top 50%. We show you what the average selling prices are. We show you the commissions earned minus the fixed fees to the business, which is we have a small 3% royalty. It's capped at $22,500 annually, so you'll never pay more royalties than that. We have small monthly fees that are they start at $150 a month, but go down based on your sales volume. So for all the websites and all the support and everything that we provide, you can be paying as little as $25 a month for those additional services on a monthly basis. So literally, we break it out into those buckets. You can see the different volumes. You can at least, map that out against the average selling price of the different travel vacation packages that you want to put together and see where you want to be in that scale.
Top franchisees make how much money?
Well, some of our top franchisees are over, they're doing over $3 million in sales, and they're taking home probably over $200,000 in, without their own business
and
expenses.
This is a home-based business.
This is a home-based business.
You make your own hours. It's Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. I guess you could work on Saturday if you want. But.
Very well. I mean, and that's what's great about our home-based business too. Another thing, as we're talking too, is that we do a lot with the military veterans, and military veterans love this business. We're the #1 ranked franchise by the Military Times now 3 years in a row.
Right.
Because it's a
lot. Do you give a discount?
Yep,
through
20% off and additional incentives.
The VetFran program is organized by the IFA, and you can go to vetfran.com to find out if you are a veteran. Several hundred franchise companies provide discounts for veterans, and
incentives.
CruiseOne Dream Vacations does the same.
Yes, we do.
So a lot of people would like this kind of a clean kind of business, fun business,
yes.
Easy business.
It's no inventory, no retail, no nothing. I mean, you're basically just selling your service.
So why don't you have 5,000 franchisees?
That's a great question. We certainly we'd like to get to a good number. I think we're certainly looking to grow the network. I think a lot of people think the travel agents are dead because there's not a travel agency on every street corner anymore. But I think what the folks, the consumers, are really starting to realize is that travel agents are still around. They just went home. They didn't really shutter their stores. I think the statistics now is over 50,000 travel agents now are home based across the country. Many different organizations, but what makes our concept so unique is that we are part of World Travel Holdings. We're the world's largest cruise distributor, so our franchisees have access to unique product offerings and promotions that not a lot of other travel agencies could provide.
Okay, so when franchisees call to complain, what are they going to complain about? What's the number 1, number 2 reason for people being disgruntled and unhappy in your franchise network?
Sure, I think so. Sometimes they get a little frustrated. I mean, of trying to compete in a very price sensitive market. I think a lot of consumers, a lot of franchisees feel that the consumer's looking for the cheapest or the lowest cost trip experience available. And certainly what makes, again, CruiseOne and Dream Vacations unique is we do have a best price and satisfaction guarantee. So if we can assist the franchisee in finding the right deals that are out in the marketplace to match that price for their consumer, we will do it on their behalf.
Are you in Fort Lauderdale because so many cruise ships are there? Or
it is the cruise capital of the world,
yes. But Miami is popular, New York is popular, Galveston, Texas is popular for cruises.
Another thing, too, that makes this business so amazing is that the cruise lines themselves are what we're calling home porting. So they are creating and building ports throughout this entire, this great country, and it's becoming now a drive-through market. I think that was one of the biggest things. The challenges were, cruises only left out of Miami for in Fort Lauderdale, and you had to fly there. But now, like you said, adding ports in Galveston, they've added ports in Biloxi, ports in Philadelphia, Maryland, New York City, Vancouver for Alaska, Seattle, and LA, San Diego, so all over.
So marketing is an issue then. Competing, getting business, getting somebody to dial my number or contact me. What kind of money do I need to spend on marketing per month? What's the best kind of marketing to use as a franchisee?
Well, what's great about, again, joining a franchise organization is that the franchise puts systems in place. So we certainly have created a plethora of many different marketing programs that our franchisees can take on or off the shelf. All of those are at varying costs, right? So you have direct mail programs. We teach them how to market their websites appropriately using pay-per-click advertising as well as search engine optimization. We do create the websites for the franchisees' behalf, but our franchisees also have the power to create sub-pages on their own wrapped in our template so that they can optimize those. So I think what's great is certainly not only, being a part of a large organization that has access to exclusive rates, deals, and inventory, that helps. But marketing that, I think where we stand out is certainly our marketing team is really true leaders in the industry at guiding our franchisees on how to position themselves in the market.
How much money will I spend as a franchisee to do the marketing? It will vary, but if I want to do $3 million in sales, what am I going to have to spend to do marketing?
Yeah, I mean, I think it varies. Even our $3 million producer doesn't really spend that much in marketing anymore because his business is all repeat and referrals now, right? So I would say certainly coming out of the gate, you'd want to set at least a minimum budget of $1,000 per month that you might spend that at all. But certainly that would be the minimum. But we have franchisees spending $12,000 to $50,000 or less a year because of the size and the volume that they're doing.
Yeah. And do you do regional meetings and annual meetings to get your franchisees together, and how does that work? We
do an annual conference every year on on the newest and best hardware at sea. We just got off the brand new Carnival Vista, was its first sailing. We had over 1,000 franchisees and vendors and suppliers on. But yeah, every year it's about a 7-day cruise. Again, on some of the newest ships. This year coming up, we're going to be our convention's going to be on the Harmony of the Seas, which is Royal Caribbean's new biggest and best ship out there. And then yes, we do 4 or 5 regionals a year throughout the year, regional meetings. We do meetups with all of our franchisees. We actually have business development specialists who are in the field to also go work and meet with franchisees one-on-one or meet in groups.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out why I've never been invited to speak in one of your cruises on one of those.
That'd be great. Well, now that we know each other, this is great. We'll have to exchange cards.
How does this work? What's the advantage? Why don't I just start my own business selling cruises? Put a web page out there, do some marketing, and why do I need to give you $9,800?
Yeah, well, it's because of our relationships with the cruise lines. If you were to start a travel agency from scratch, you're gonna be earning very low commissions from the suppliers, and then you're gonna have goals, and you have to try and get those goals, and maybe you may reach a higher commission rating with one cruise line, but you're not gonna have it for all. Our relationship, because again we are the world's largest cruise retailer, World Travel Holdings, who's our parent company, our franchisees have access to the highest commissions out there, 16 to 21%, and the relationships and our unique product offerings that we're able to hold inventory space that no other travel agency has. We call it our risk space program. So we have already a plethora of space held in our own inventory that our franchisees can sell at a much affordable rate to their customers with additional incentives to them, and again paying them a higher commission.
The cruise lines provide certain packages that only your franchisees are going to get? Other travel
We
agents?
create those packages with the cruise line because of our buying power.
And the cruise lines have to be aware that you're 1,100 strong, specializing in cruises. So that's got to be good for them.
Absolutely.
They got to love you as well.
Yes, we're great partners with all of our vendors.
Yeah, very good. So $9,800, who can't put that on a credit card today?
That's right.
You're here at a show in Dallas. How many people will you see here at this show?
We hope to at least see over 100 people here in Dallas, and typically, we love meeting people at shows, and we do, anywhere from 3 to 4 deals or more a show. Yep.
You do the International Franchise Expo as well.
International Franchise Expo and West Coast, and this show as well.
A lot of visits out of there. Yep. Yeah, so it's great. So we've been talking about CruiseOne Dream Vacations, great opportunities, low-cost franchise opportunity, $9,800 with a lot of training and a lot of support and providing lots of opportunities to franchisees. Dave, it was a pleasure talking to you. I appreciate having you here. And contact howtobuyafranchise.com for more information. And thanks for watching the How to Buy a Franchise Show. I'm
Thank
John
you.
Hayes.
Thank you for listening to How to Buy a Franchise Show. If you want immediate assistance, visit howtobuyafranchise.com to contact Dr. John Hayes for a free consultation.